The NFL has a new problem on their hands, once again regarding player safety. This past week, dozens of NFL players have called out Commissioner Roger Goodell and the owners in an attempt to provide the players with safer field conditions. Before I get into it, welcome to the War Room. This is usually a baseball channel, but my first NFL video. But subscribe anyway if you're new, and let's get straight to it. It's no secret that the NFL isn't the safest league in the world. From concussion-inducing blows to the head to linemen getting rolled up on, no matter how safe the NFL tries to make the game, it will always be impossible to avoid these types of injuries just based on how the nature of football and how it's played. But there are certainly injuries that can be prevented that perhaps the league should put more focus on. Specifically, the non-contact knee injury. Every NFL fan has seen it happen, and while it may not be the most gruesome to watch, these non-contact knee injuries can be the most dangerous in terms of how long it takes a player to recover. While some of these injuries may just seem like bad luck, many NFL players have been saying for years, it's because of a special type of turf that some stadiums have instead of natural grass. The NFLPA recently called for an immediate replacement and ban on slit film turf fields, which is currently used by 7 NFL teams: the New York Giants and New York Jets, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, Indianapolis Colts, and Cincinnati Bengals. Players like Aaron Rodgers, Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, and George Kittle have all voiced their opinions on this matter recently. Aaron Rodgers said, quote, "I do think it's time to play on grass. I think you'd see less of these non-contact injuries." Rodgers also added that if the league really cared about player safety, they would put their money where their mouth is to replace these turf fields. Cooper Kupp and George Kittle had this to say on Twitter, both of which were retweeted by Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Kupp's teammate Jalen Ramsey said he prefers to play on grass because, quote, "it's better on your joints, better on your body." Saquon Barkley was also asked about this issue, saying, quote, "Personally, I'm not a fan of turf. Starting to understand when I was a rookie why older guys would always complain about the turf." If you go on Twitter and look up the hashtag #SaferFields, you'll see a thread of NFL players calling out the league in an attempt to get better field conditions on game day. Packers lineman David Bakhtiari and Packers kicker Mason Crosby made great points, saying that when European soccer teams come over and play in these stadiums, the turf is changed to grass in these places in order to avoid non-contact knee injuries. But when it comes to the stadium changing them for their own NFL team, they don't. This is another pretty terrible look on the NFL regarding player safety, which is again nothing new, but the NFLPA is pushing harder than ever for this change to be made. In an article by NFLPA President JC Tretter this week, he says based on NFL injury data from 2012 to 2018, there was a 28% higher chance a player would suffer a non-contact lower extremity injury compared to natural surfaces. Additionally, of those non-contact injuries, there was a 32% higher chance of non-contact knee injuries on turf and a 69% higher rate of non-contact foot or ankle injuries on turf compared to grass. So we aren't talking about 1 or 2 players who didn't do a good job stretching and got injured. These are staggering numbers that clearly show playing football on artificial turf is significantly more dangerous to a player's health than natural grass. I don't know how many more ACL tears the league needs to see before they make a change, but this is a pretty big issue surrounding the league that I think fans need to be more aware of. That wraps up this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should the NFL invest in replacing these turf fields and exchange it for natural grass? Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.